What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is White Gamer. Today we're going to be going over title update number 4, which we should be getting some point this week. Remember, it always comes out first for old gen and then new gen. So let's get right into it, guys. There's a lot of things to talk about. First, let's start off with the gameplay. So they updated the AI attacking player logic when determining a forward run following a pass. Now, in the last patch, they did a bunch of AI updates, which I don't even think it made any difference. So we'll see how much update they did to the AI and if it actually does improve it. AI defensive midfielders in the holding role can now position themselves up further up in the pitch. I think this mostly has to do maybe with the bots and clubs and even an ultimate team. Updated defender logic when determining which foot to use when making a slide tackle. So I'm assuming before the defender AI wouldn't go with the preferred foot. Instead of will go with the weak foot. I don't know if this is actually going to make any difference. And then the next one is a rush penalty shootout. Not a big deal. Now, there's a lot of things when it comes to gameplay. Address instances of the defensive line pushing up the pitch too quickly in scenarios where the attacking team passed back to the midfielder from the final third. Now, I think this happened when you were using a certain depth. If you were using the high depth, which I think is 64, 65, your backline would automatically do an offside trap. I think this is what it means. Which is good, especially if you play Ultimate Team. I noticed it mostly in Ultimate Team. I didn't really notice it that much in clubs, but I'm glad that's going to get fixed. Next, sometimes ground crosses could have sent the ball further ahead than intended to the receiver. So when you did a ground pass or ground crosses, it wouldn't go to the player you wanted. It would pass that player that you would want. That got improved. After performing a skill move, dribbling could have become less responsive in certain situations. I don't know what certain situations would mean, but I'm assuming for those that had that issue when you did a skill move, your pro wasn't responsive enough. So hopefully that means that the skill moves are a bit more smoother and you can do more combinations of skill move, because I know when I play ultimate team, I usually have that issue where the skill moves are just too slow and just I can't perform another skill move right after that one. Now this next one is pretty good for those that play any. Address instances of directed runs not functioning or trigger as intended. So if you didn't know, if you press, I think it's LB or L1 on PlayStation, you can make your AIs go for run, and if you press RB or R1, you can make them show for the ball. When you press those buttons, sometimes it wouldn't trigger them to make the run or for them to show for the ball. That issue hopefully got fixed. And then this next one, it's going to be interesting. Improve goalkeeper logic when considering which area of the pitch to push the ball when making a deflection save. Now, this could be big for goalkeepers. Now, this could potentially mean that the deflector playstyle hopefully got improved because the goalkeeper's logic now got better when determining where to push the ball when it comes to a deflection. Hopefully that means we get less rebounds. That'll be great if we can get less rebounds. Again, guys, we're going to have to wait and see once the update actually comes out and see if these things that they say got fixed do get fixed. Next one, in some cases, incorrect player animations could have occurred when attempting to control the ball. Some people were having issues when instead of just controlling the ball, maybe the pro would just do some weird animation. I never really noticed in it. Maybe some of you guys did. Next, we have addressed instances of the ball passing through players unintentionally. I think this literally means the ball would literally pass through your body and your pro just wouldn't register, or a player wouldn't register. That's what I'm assuming that means. Address an autocorrect switching occur from a slide tackle from the defender. I think this has to do mostly with if you're controlling the NE or if you're playing Ultimate Team. Next, we got the referee logic. Improve in situations where a foul occur near the edge of the box. Now, the referees are really strict this year, giving out yellow cards and red cards. Even though last patch they talked about the referees getting better with it, they're still really bad. Now, we're going to have to see how aggressive the referees are come this patch when you get fouled from the edge of the box. The defensive line height did not always save when edited in team management. I don't know if this also applies to club or not. Now, these next one have to do with crossing and passing. A cross could have occurred instead of requested a lob pass. On occasion, a pass could have occurred before the user was done requesting a specific amount of power to it. A pass could have occurred before the user was done requesting. Oh, okay. So this means if you're holding down, for example, the Y button to send a through ball, and if you want to hold it longer, it would already pass the ball instead of it waiting for you to let go of the button for the amount of power you wanted. I guess that's a good thing. This next one has to do with running animation not playing correctly. For those that use running styles, maybe one of your running styles were bugged or didn't properly show the proper running style. So that got fixed. Sometimes goalkeeper could have attempted a deflection save on a ball that was going out of bounds instead of catching it. Now, I think I've definitely seen this a couple of times. So instead of them just catching the ball, they would just punch it out and give away a free corner kick. And it was just stupid. So good from EA. Improve some goalkeeper animations following a save. So we've seen a lot of goalkeeper stuff being fixed. Now we got animations being saved following a save. And now these next one, guys, just have to do with CPUI defenders did not mark the ball carrier appropriately. Sometimes an unintended player was selected a throw-in taker after skipping non-playable scenes. I don't think I ever had this issue. I guess when you were skipping the scene, it would put you to throw the throw-in. I think that's what it means. And then we got a bunch of stuff for Ultimate Team, guys. I'm not going to go over it because this is a Pro Clubs channel. But that was like the gameplay, the AI stuff. Now let's get into clubs, guys. There's a lot of stuff if you guys can see. This is my first time seeing this. We're going to go one by one. Some of this is probably going to be not that important, but nonetheless, let's go. The priorities set for AI teammates could have reset when exiting the clubs. I don't know if this means when you put your AI teammates to kick a free kick. I don't know who does that, but they would reset. I think that's what it means. Incorrect match results could have shown on the post-match screen. Doesn't really matter. The wrong score was showing or the wrong result at the end of the match. Honestly, as long as you got the win, that's all that matters. Changing attribute presets after a match could have resulted in incorrect skill point allocation. I personally never had this issue, but I'm sure someone has had this issue where you change your attributes preset, and then when you go back to your skill tree, it would probably be incorrectly wrong. Some match lobby UI elements were functionally incorrectly. I don't really care about the UI. The avatar portrait was not always matching the avatar customization. Now, the avatar portrait, they're talking about that little picture that you have of your pro in the upper right-hand corner, I believe, when you're in the menus of pro clubs or in the locker room. Address instances of kit clash occurring. Oh, I guess I didn't even know kit clashes were still occurring in clubs. But there you go. That got fixed. Body and position attributes allocated during creation could have slightly changed when saving the avatar. So this body, I think we're talking about like your body height and weight, and the positioning of your throw sometimes wouldn't save when you change it. For example, if you change it to left mid and you were 200 pounds, that wouldn't save. That got fixed for anyone that was having that issue. Some AI teammates customization options did not save. Now, I've seen this in the forums quite a bit. For those, there's people that do like to customize their AI. They like to change the way their AI look. They maybe like to make them look realistic to go to that team, to make them look like real life players from that team. That was an issue a lot of people were actually having on the forums that I saw, that the AI customization would not save. An incorrect league appear in the club transfer search. I've never seen that issue. An incorrect message could have displayed when searching for a match. I don't know what incorrect message could have displayed when searching for a match. Address instances of stability issues that could have occurred when matchmaking after finishing a match. Now, this is probably, out of all these they've talked about, this is probably one of the most important ones, because I think after you finish searching a match, some people would have to back out of the game and reset. They would just have to reset the game and then get back into it. So that got fixed, because I remember in the forums a lot of people were having that issue, or their game would just get stuck in the loading screen towards the end. So the stability issue with matchmaking and towards the end of the matchmaking got resolved. The club ball was not being used in matches when selected. I don't know what they mean by club ball was not being. I don't know what that means. Player names were not centered when viewing the lobby if crossplay was disabled. See, like, most of these things are like UI stuff, user interface. Like, when a goalkeeper was selected as captain, the keeper could have acted as the default corner taker. That's actually pretty funny. So if you were a keeper and you were the captain, that issue got fixed for you, where you would be taking the corner kicks. I didn't even know that was a thing. Incorrect squads could have displayed during rush pre-matches. That actually happened to me when I was playing Rush. So when you get into Rush, it shows you like your teammates. It shows like a picture of your team, and sometimes it would put people on the wrong team. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I guess that got fixed. Improved clarity of default Rush kits. Not a big issue. Accepting a party invite when viewing a player on the pro leaderboard could have resulted in the lobby screen loading without all UI and background elements. Again, guys, most of these stuff that they fix from clubs, it's not even like crazy. I mean, there's still bugs nonetheless, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like major. Address an instance of Rush party invitation not being accepted in Rush. The crowd could have wave default flags instead of club's flag. That's a visual crowd thing that got fixed when editing body types. The reset button callout did not function as intended. That's kind of similar to the other one we talked about, that when you change your body type, you know, you went from lean to stocky depending on the weight. It didn't allow you to reset. When using the pro camera, the communication UI elements could have overlapped with other UI elements. So I'm assuming those that use a pro camera and you're not a goalkeeper, I guess it would show you like parts of the stadium, or even if you were a goalkeeper and using the pro camera, it'd probably show like part of the stadium. You really couldn't see the players coming at you when you're playing goalkeeper. But boys and girls, that's pretty much about it. And then we got some camera stuff that got fixed. But for club wise, nothing major stands out. I guess that stability issue at the end of matches and finding matches got improved, but most of it was like really minor stuff. I know there's way more bugs than that. I'm gonna leave the pitch note for you guys in the comment below so you guys can look at it, take a look at it more in depth if you guys want. But yeah, we should be getting title update number 4 some point this week. I'm assuming for new gen. So if you're on Xbox Series S and X and PS5 and PC, we're probably gonna get it Wednesday or Thursday. That's what happened last pitch note. And then if you're on Xbox One and PS4, you're probably gonna get it on Tuesday or Wednesday. But boys and girls, that was it. Let me know what you guys think about the title update number 4. I think it was okay. Again, we gotta wait and see if these updates are actually gonna benefit people and whatnot. But other than that, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.